everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Dolphins going up against the Patriots. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins,
how's that hell?
They come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 76 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
That'll be taken in the end
What
zone.
the fuck is the Dolphins with the bias?
As we saw in Week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating
The Dolphins,
guys
though?
carrying the ball.
They got it with
When
my
that guy
ass?
also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing now is Brady. And
Yo,
again,
really?
loose. It's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle here to Wilson. Powers over
Just
him.
fed him his pads, didn't he?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We heard them talk before the game.
What happened
in the
Wingware?
passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in
That's the
practice.
Redskins, sir.
A period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work
Against the
into
Redskins, sir.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, touchdown number 7 on the year. And the
I mean, at least you're scoring 14.
Tying this one up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays.
You still trying to slow down your game style?
Bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Yeah.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 to 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offense.
Oh shit! Oh damn! I'm about to now.
One play drive that was so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, to determine, are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They run again with a Jai. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Man, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Surveying the field. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after it. He was fortunate just to
this nigga James funny as shit. Hey Mark. Oh yeah. Y'all about to play your game, Mark?
And he couldn't get it
your Madden game against KJ.
For a touchback. Now the Patriots.
No. Wait a second. He knew you was busy yesterday. What's up, yo? Nigga, I just got up, yo. My head's still fucking pounding. Shit, I was surprised you wasn't falling asleep yesterday when you was taking me home.
Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
I got Luvalover18.
Here's Brady to throw.
Yeah, these Dolphins trying to fuck me up. Yeah, Mark on my hey Swag, when you get the chance, send James an invite.
Once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts as much as anyone.
Oh yeah. He Swag streaming this shit. Yeah.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Who, Dan?
Yeah.
Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting.
I came back last night, man. I saw the tags. It's like, you gotta be Dan.
This nigga.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Finding time. He's gonna rifle one deep left side.
This nigga Edelman tried to fucking one-handed instead of catching. I think that was my fault though.
And the offense
I think I pressed triangle.
First out after the 2nd down incompletion. An extra defensive. Brady gonna throw. This is White on the screen.
Okay, James White.
Nice.
That's why I put your ass outside.
And Brandon, from our time in college football,
Then he left her.
running the traditional NFL tree. One thing they did learn, find open areas, spots, and set up the catch. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that in Dale picking up the first.
What up, Dane?
Set up with a 2nd and 1.
What up, B? How life?
Right now,
It's been a minute. What's up, nigga?
What's your boy?
Shit, nothing. Working and shit.
Yeah, shit, me too. Just working, man. You can't stop working.
And he'll cut it out to the side.
Yeah, I think. Shit, your work must be good every damn time I see you on a new game.
Touchdown of the game.
Shit.
The Patriots have taken the lead.
I was like, after a while.
That's good. If I like that shit, I'm put shit on. Yeah, I always been that way. I pull that trick on that game.
Yeah.
I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left.
Yeah, justice too. That shit, I like that.
Yeah. Henry just broke that shit.
I'm watching the George Frank stream shit. I was like,
He's up across the 25 and 28-yard line.
yeah, I'm probably back on that too.
Patriots defense.
I
They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defense was obviously loved 3 and out. So they love that.
Yeah.
Not too sweet skin for
the same thing here.
off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark. and they took
2K,
it
I
down
mean, I'm
score.
gonna grab that
The
by
question,
default.
can they do it?
Yeah, that's always the default game, yo.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense
Man,
at
that
every
shit's so
position.
crazy. 2K,
The
man,
tight ends are creating so
I be
many
looking
tough
like, damn,
matchups
God,
now.
like Madden
If you
now.
can't run with the tight
I
end
was
as a
saying shit.
linebacker, this is no
I
good
fuck
result
with the
every
shot.
time.
Yo, every year they fuck with the shot, yo.
Incomplete.
I was about to say.
Flag comes in here for pass interference, but not on the defense, Charles. This is on the offense.
Occasionally, these officials will look
Exactly.
out
Like,
and watch
they
and
make it so you
see
gotta
that
get
the
perfect.
offensive
Perfect
player
in
can
these
make a
like,
mistake.
you can't get nothing less than perfect. I know the big probably will change again next year, but I like the way it is now. Shot crazy a little fucker. Release the ball hella early.
Take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
But only one of the things that offset that is what's the names? Is the badges.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Yeah, grab a window today. Yeah, that my brother, I said they open it, sure.
And he is going
It's still raining?
It's a loss of
Oh, you talking about yesterday?
It wasn't raining today. I was like, not raining today.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play.
120 as in
See
there.
ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
My face the same way, like, we try to push it together, like, leave a church, man. Like,
stay on the ground. Again, it's a Jai.
Oh my God, this nigga.
To the sideline. And all the way down to the 36.
I don't want your fucking hands. Fuck you and your pamphlet. You know, I stand on it. Fuck you and your pamphlet. I know you see my window busting, you know. It was warm in the club.
Here we go on first down.
Get out of here. This nigga
I
just,
came on the side, 10 to 15 minutes after.
nigga just ran for 32 yards for a first down, yo.
And he hits his target at 20 steals. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big time run, big time pass.
Oh, that's that nigga wrong, yo.
Let's see if they can continue to take it out of the punch.
And he'll be taken just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up
Shit, first time I took my case off, that bitch dry.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And caught by Cameron right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
I will get that. I see when I'm on Dorman. I think it's 6 goes for the 7. If it's a 10%, I was like,
another DB. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Looking for someone to throw to. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
A lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And now last drive so successful with the ground game. Touchdowns. Do you stick with that formula?
He on.
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys
You probably you offline, registered offline, Mark.
now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah, he said he offline right now, but he said he's still on the game, I guess.
if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are keep it on the ground.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
It's a gain of 4 there. It gives them a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Brady to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Gotta give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but now they didn't run after it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
I want the free estimate. You shit just like I do. But I run boys, cost kind of.
Brady to throw on 2nd down.
I got the cheaper than my phone.
Going underneath to Blunt.
That's 300. See, got that on this little extra lovely check. That bitch he be going down and see.
They were in zone coverage there. You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. To not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving. It's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
At the end of 1, the Patriots here have the early lead. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
That's what you're talking about.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here.
You know what time?
Throwing now is Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Over the middle, it hits Austin. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen? You see it, the confidence is starting to happen. I think now's a play caller. Because that is happening, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Long drive, the defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steak style, he wants to go for the hot dogs.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but getting out in the open field into some space, that plays to his strengths the best. He keeps him out where all the big boys are.
Hey, Mark.
Make someone miss in the open field.
James says, are you ready?
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6.
He said you'll send him an invite when you're ready.
Play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board.
I think I heard. Go ahead and send the invite.
Giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And the Dolphins getting set to go.
You heard me?
Last time able to get 3.
Hey, what the fuck?
They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end.
They'll be going for 6. On the left side, this is Stills. Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the
He said he loading the game on now.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. From the 50, it's Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught at the 20.
Yo!
A big gain of 31 on third
Yo,
down.
caught it.
These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down following the run. So Ajayi picking up some yardage, and last year only 187 yards as a rookie.
Well, Lamar Miller's gone to Houston. That opens up more possibilities for him. I think we'll see the full range of his game, running and catching this season.
J.J. Watt there on the tackle for a loss. Of course, last year's Defensive Player of the Year.
And we love saying his name, don't we? J.J. Watt. How about all that production, too? 29 tackles for loss in 2015.
Second place only at 23. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Frank's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Brady throwing on second down. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And Wilson has it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, here's Blunt. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy. It's been good. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
In the red zone this time. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, I don't care how long he plays. Anytime there's a fumble involving Tom Brady.
You think the Raiders are involved?
You think the Raiders are involved, you think it's snowing, and immediately you hear the words, tough rule. And now the tough rule doesn't exist anymore, but that always comes back to
this nigga Kenny Stills, man.
Even here, even now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Tannehill. And no escape.
He said, yep, he's still muted.
They got him for a sack. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. To the sideline. Oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He gets his way. Here's Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. And now out come the Patriots. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Brady now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure is coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Doesn't take too many direct ones.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Brady. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he gets it down to the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means there's 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Again, it's Brady. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Brady again. And no escaping this time.
Fuck!
Go down. They got him for a sack. So we've reached halftime here in a... So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter.
I knew I should have just kicked the field goal.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down.
Oh my God.
Brady will go down.
Can we block for fucking, what's the name?
With his first sack of 2016.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same.
Damn. Yo, I've never seen these niggas do that shit. I'm in shotgun, bitch.
Here from last week is the numbers show. I guess if you're a coordinator with how much you base your offense around a guy like this.
I'm in shotgun. How the fuck do you like? Oh, stop.
You know, a lot of guys script their plays to start out. I think in their script, the first 5 plays, 4 of them were right to him. Get him the football, get him involved early. That'll help the overall offense. And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And now they're in the hurry up. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He couldn't.
Yo, drop it. Come on, Chris Hogan.
Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be?
Nah, it's not on.
Maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points.
Nah, he might be playing with the chew clock playbook.
For a Patriot score. LeGarrette Blount, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he
or it might have been just, you know, on when he was when the quarter was about to end.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
It's a 5 receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Sims complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about
good one, J.J. Watt.
But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. They dump off.
Oh my God, yo. This nigga a G. This nigga a G is the only nigga working on this fucking field. Yeah. This nigga. Get the fuck out of here. This nigga about to have fucking 160 yards, yo.
That's good for Miami, first down. So quite the turnaround in this one from a week ago. And in the meetings, I made a phone call.
And Dennis been on the slump
last week because we thought he just didn't look the same, but he's fine.
And I was so glad you asked that question. I mean, you had to take the brunt of the whole thing, and of course I sold you out on it. But
took one for the team.
You knew I was there with you, right? It was a legitimate question, though, because last week we didn't see what we're seeing today. The quickness to the hole, the ability to make cuts, the good vision. We didn't see any of that. He seemed a little bit sluggish in last week's game. Not so this week. Whatever the preparation was, it's working for him.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Ajayi. That's strong running. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They run with Ajayi. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
DJ does not like anyone in this party except for Swag.
How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game.
And his like for Swag is dwindling after yesterday.
Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's got it. Touchdown.
Oh my God, yo.
Deion Sims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
That shit was good. That shit was so fucking good, yo. He ran past the line of scrimmage and they gave it to him.
They'll begin here with Blunt, fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Blunt. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Yo, that shit was so funny, yo.
Now a play fake here on first down. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now a carry for Blunt.
DJ, go to skills trainer. I don't need skills trainer.
Carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Screen pass to Blunt.
Oh, this nigga LeGarrette Blunt got injured, yo. He got injured, yo. He ain't even had the phone.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. Cut back, left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block.
LeGarrette Blunt gone.
What it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever.
Dislocated elbow, yo. I don't know. He'd probably be out for 4 weeks.
I think you energize him. I think you juice him up because I haven't been offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And it's caught by Parker. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down. Three quarters in the books. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And that's complete. It's Sims. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's just working better than DJ.
And excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
It sets up the 4th down. Now Austin. Fighting through. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it.
Yeah, the DJ. Shut up, Swag. Shut up, Swag.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. It's the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And quickly, they get to the line. They try again with Lewis. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try to bleed it out.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
They run. This is Lewis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And that is incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Damn, and they hit him? Shit.
Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to saw one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill on 1st down. It's caught. Stills right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To the air again, Tannehill. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
But this was just
but how is this happening, you know?
They had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed.
How is this nigga Havoc beating him? The Dennis Payne, a big-ass nigga can't beat him.
25. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of
that shit is
a
dumb.
Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Out of the gun.
I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
It's just unbelievable to me.
As he gets this down about the 21
and he loses like that. Nigga loses that fast.
It'll be 2nd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Again, it's Lewis. And a cut to the sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dion Lewis, 77 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Brady, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Fuck that nigga Quincy.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Brady, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slam. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady going to throw here. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Oh!
Intercepted. Picked by the rookie Xavier Howard.
I threw an interception. No.
That's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Second down following the incompletion.
Duncan Jameson.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And
oh, shit, my bad, dog. I didn't know you was behind me.
Every week we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Damn.
So for the Patriots, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
My man out 6 weeks. Damn. Damn, LeGarrette Blunt, yo. What the fuck, man? I just sent you an invite, Dragon.
Nice kick out.